Vietnam's economy is doing exceptionally well, and there are certain sectors which are outstanding. Would you like to know what are these sectors and what are the jobs related to them? Then you're in the correct place. Have a look at this video till the end, where I provide two bonus issues about two sectors where there are going to be a lot of job creation in the next 10 years. So let's start. In the face of global uncertainties sparked by global conflicts and supply chain disruptions, Vietnam is in a prime position to strengthen its economy, amplify manufacturing, and expedite digital transformation. So, where are the jobs? What are the industries where the young generation can look for? Before we move into the specific sectors and industries where we are going to concentrate on our job seeking, we would like to take a quick look at the Vietnam's economy currently because that will help us and I will explain just after this presentation. A quick look at the Vietnam economy where it stands now in 2024. 35th largest economy in the world, 23rd largest exporter in the world, US dollar 468 billion worth of foreign direct investment from 139 countries, and average annual income stands at US dollar 4,284, and the GDP growth has been 5.05% in 2023. GDP growth by sectors. So services sector is around 6.82, which is the highest, and then 3.83 for agriculture, forestry and fishing, and 3.74% for industry and construction. Now, I would like to revisit that US dollar 468 billion accumulated FDI from 139 countries. It is very important to note the sectors where the main FDI investments have been done. And in 2023, manufacturing and processing has been almost five times that of the earlier bigger ones like the real estate activities and financial and banking activities. Manufacturing and processing stands at 23.5 billion US dollars, real estate at 4.6, electricity, gas, water at 2.3, financial banking sector at 1.5, and professional and scientific activities, which is a new one, is stands at 1.2 billion US dollars. And finally, a brief look at the projected growth for the GDP. Vietnam's projected GDP growth in 2024 is 5.8%. The reason why I covered this snapshot about the economy of Vietnam currently is because the creation of jobs are somewhat indirectly dependent on the FDI values and the particular sectors. So now let's look at what are the particular sectors you can look at for newer jobs and lucrative jobs. The sectors to look out for in Vietnam in 2024 and 25. The tech sector, which comes as no surprise, is driving employment growth in Vietnam with high demand for data engineers, AI engineers, and cyber security resources. Manufacturing is seeing a 10% job order increase, focusing on quality and environmental roles. Healthcare hiring is rising with digital solutions, while traditional pharmaceutical roles is in a steady state. Significant investments are boosting the semiconductor job opportunities. I will come to this later, especially in chip design. Media and marketing roles remain stable. Hiring in finance and banking sectors are slowing down, with only tier 2 banks expanding digital teams because the tier 1 banks have already expanded the digital teams. And the insurance sector is facing cuts to personnel and headcount. So, if given an opportunity to give an expert comment on this, I will say that first, second, third, fourth will get a tick from me. The media and marketing roles is basically a neutral view, whereas the hiring in finance and banking sectors and insurance sector will get a thumbs down from me. We now come to some statistics on sub-sectoral job creation based on information provided by the Vietnam labor market, which are in high demand. So let's see them one by one. Commercial businesses, personal and security services, asset and real estate management services. However, we should note that these are not high paying, but because of a shortfall in numbers, they are in high demand. What is surprising is number 4, consulting, scientific research and development services, and number 5, mechanics and automation. These are very high paying, as we will see in the next slide, but not in the highest demand group. And then we have general office administration, and finally finance, credit, banking and insurance. We see that number 7 is at the end because this group is particularly saturated as far as vacancy filling is concerned. By the same report, we now look at the salary expectations and average monthly pay by designation. We start off with the lower end, where we have delivery, warehouse, housekeeping, service, cashier and reception staff. Then we have sales, personnel, security, data entry, mechanics and industrial machinery operators. Then we have real estate business, marketing, accounting and financial professionals, junior to medium level. And then we have programmers, multimedia specialists, event organizers at the director level, and warehouse senior managers. At the highest bracket, we have electronic engineers, we have IT engineers, medium to senior level, marketing directors, human resources directors, and medical specialists. In the next video, when I shall cover which specific jobs to apply for, I shall provide the salary ranges as well. As promised in the beginning, I shall cover two thriving sectors on the rise in Vietnam. One of them is the technology and digital innovation. Vietnam's digital economy has been projected to grow at a CAGR of 14% to reach $57 billion by 2025. There are key opportunities arising from rapid expansion of e-commerce and digital payments and emergence of new technologies such as AI and blockchain. Uh, Alternatively, the semiconductor industry has witnessed significant investment from foreign hardware companies like Intel, HANA, Micron, Marvell, Amkor, and Nvidia. And local companies such as Viet Nam and FPT are also actively building capabilities in the semiconductor industry. And of course, there is a lot of government backing on the research and development of ICT products. It's a green infrastructure and green finance. Vietnam has shown significant potential in terms of green financing opportunities. And actually, the value of green projects in Vietnam is surpassing its relatively modest GDP. There are both primary and secondary markets for both local and overseas investors in place. The 8th National Power Development Plan has set a very ambitious vision for transitioning to renewable energy by 2030 with a long-term vision to 2050. And an estimated investment of nearly 700 billion US dollars will be required over the next 30 years for the development of new and retrofitted power generation facilities. Keeping in mind the valuation as well as the time span, this can be a very good sector to look out for in the near future. To recap, I have covered most of the sectors which are going to be on the rising curve along with the Vietnam's economy, and there will be a lot of job creation in those. Apart from that, I've covered some subsectorial job patterns and two of the most lucrative sectors where there will be a lot of job offers and basically pay rises. In the next video, I shall try to cover specific job positions and locations along with the salary structure and the career growth. Hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you do so, please like and subscribe to my channel and videos. I shall come up with the next video very soon. See you soon.